Good morning. This is Airlines reporting for WKEJ News in Chicago. In national news, a Dallas couple who said their child was switched in El Salvador have been reunited with their biological child, and they have named him Moses. Rich Cushworth and his wife Mercy Canazales of Dallas were reunited with the baby Monday after they were given the wrong baby by a private hospital in El Salvador. They are overwhelmed with happiness, said James Reed, a close friend of the couple. He sent me a text message, and the text message simply said, "Dude, they found my child." The Dallas couple says newborns were switching to El Salvador. They will never get over that, said John Howler, director of the Institute. They will never get over that of the baby. It'll always be a part of their memory. The doctor still faces criminal charges over the situation, at least for now. She's a mom, she's a mother, and she loved this baby, Howard said. It was just terrible to have to turn loose of a baby she never loved for 3 months. In the business world, United Continental Holdings Inc. removed Chief Executive Officer Jeff Smisek amid an internal inquiry into Airlines ties to the former chairman of the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. CSS Corp. Chief Operating Officer Oscar Munoz will succeed Smisek as CEO, United said today. The departures announced today are in connection with the company's previously disclosed internal investigation related to the federal investigation associated with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, United said. The investigations are ongoing and the company intends to cooperate with the government. Henneman III, United lead independent director, was also named non-executive chairman. The record newspaper in New Jersey reported in February that prosecutors were investigating the Newark to Columbia flight. The Port Authority runs the Newark Airport, while Columbia Metropolitan Airport is 50 miles from where Sampson's wife has a home. Sampson referred to the flights which left Newark on Thursday evenings and returned Monday morning as the chairman's flight, the record reported. United canceled the route on April 1st, days after Sampson resigned from the agency, which was under scrutiny after allies with New Jersey Governor Chris Christie closed traffic lanes at the George Washington Bridge. United States shares fell nearly 3% in after-hours trading on the news of Smisek's departure. In world news, a British Airways plane bound for London has caught fire at Las Vegas Airport, forcing the evacuation of 170 people on board on emergency slides. Airport officials said at least 14 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. U.S. Federal Aviation Administration spokesman Ian Gregor said the left engine of the Boeing 777-200 caught fire before takeoff. The plane was seen engulfed in flames of smoke. The fire was later put out. In a statement, British Airways said the aircraft experienced a technical issue as it was preparing for takeoff. In a distress call, the plane's captain asked for airport's emergency services. Speedbird Mayday, Speedbird 2276 request fire services. Speedbird 2276 Heavy, we are evacuating on the runway. We have a fire. Repeat, we are evacuating. Pratt later told passengers that the accident was a result of a catastrophic failure of the engine, reports The Guardian's Jacob Steinberg, who was on board the plane. We looked out the window, and for the first time we saw smoke near the wing. We could smell it. It was like burning rubber, bitter and deeply unpleasant, and it was time to panic, Steinberg writes. In sports news, the Chicago Bears experimented with rotating captains in each of the past 6 seasons, but the team will opt for full-time leaders this season as they named 5 players to the coveted roles on Tuesday night. These players represent a good mix of long-term Bears contributors and new faces on the scene, with Jay Cutler, Robbie Gould, and Matt Forte headlining the list. Gould is the team's longest-serving player, having been with the Bears since the 2005 season, while Forte in 2008 and 2009 rank high on that list as well. The Bears' 2 defensive captains are both veteran players that arrived via free agency this offseason, with linebacker Pernell McPhee and safety Enche Rowley down in the C patches on their jerseys. McPhee is the centerpiece of the Bears' new 3-4 defensive front, with its versatility allowing him to play both defensive and an outside linebacker, and Roll adds a veteran presence to a safety group that is inexperienced and looking to prove that a rough 2014 season is behind this defense. Under former head coach Mark Trestman, the Bears rotated captains on a weekly basis, but squabbles in the locker room and serious infighting on the roster led the team to make some changes to the way they dealt leadership responsibilities under head coach John Fox. In local news, the Chicago sports scene is a rich one, full of historic franchises and rabid fans. According to data published by the website Wallet Hub, Chicago is the 7th best city in America when it comes to catering to sports fans. Using more than 50 different metrics and comparing 341 different cities, the website takes into account performance level and average ticket prices when coming up with its rankings. And Chicago did very well in just about every area. Chicago Blackhawks were one of the driving forces behind the city's success in the ranking, finishing 9th among the cities involved in the analysis. The top 10 best sports cities in order are Boston, Denver, East Lansing, Michigan, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., Chicago, New York, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Minneapolis, and Philadelphia. This has been Erwin St. Rose reporting for the UKEJ News in Chicago. Have a great day. Until next time, Chicago.